What is up, y'all? It's your boy KK. As I mentioned in my Thursday talk, I'm going to talk about Fedex Ground. And the first video I'm going to make about it is the pros and cons. And then there's a mix. So depending on how you look at it, it could be a pro, it could be a con. I wrote this down so that I don't forget. So if you see me look down, that's why. So the pros, I would say that they're not very strict. Like, I worked for Amazon before, and they're very super strict with just about everything. And FedEx Ground is the exact opposite of that. They're pretty relaxed about a lot of things. The other pro is you have a flexible start time. Where I worked, it was a dispatch of 9:30 a.m. However, sometimes we would dispatch earlier. It really just depended on whatever that day was. But it's not like you have to get to work by like 8 o'clock or like 8:30. Basically, like, you're responsible for your route and pickups and everything to deliver. So basically, you just have to take charge of your route and get it done. And along with the lines with just getting your route done, you can do it however you please, like however it works best for you. So if you want to hit this area first and then do that, whatever, as long as everything gets picked up in the time it needs to get picked up and everything gets delivered, you're good to go. It's a workout. If you're looking for a workout, lifting heavy stuff, not everything's heavy, but you're gonna be walking a lot. Like, for me, I'm a runner. I like to hustle. I like to get done as fast as possible, doing it as safely as possible. So yeah, you get a workout in. Cons, along the lines of getting a workout in for like heavy packages, some of this stuff is really big and really heavy. They're considered ICs. That's what they call them. But honestly, we go up to like 150 pounds. I only weigh, on the safe side, between like 125, 130 pounds on any given day. Yeah. Heavy stuff. And it's just like, yeah, we're provided a dolly and whatnot, but sometimes, there's cars in driveways, so you can't really go up that way. And then sometimes, what am I supposed to do? Dolly across your grass? My thing is, like, if I can pick it up safely without hurting myself, I'll just pick it up and just take it to the front door or garage. But if I need to use a dolly, I will. It's super dirty. I mean, the trucks are just disgusting. There's just filth everywhere. I go into work with clean hands. After I get back to the station, I literally have filthy hands. It's disgusting. Where I worked, we did a 5-day work week, but during peak, which is like around Thanksgiving to the end of December or something like that, you had to work a mandatory 6 days. I actually stopped working there since November 8th, so I didn't have to do that. But yeah, it is a lot of work, especially going from Amazon, where I only worked a 4-day work week. So here's the mixture of, depending on how you look at it. It's varied pay. I'll get into that in another video, but you get how it worked for me. I get a day rate, and then if I go over a certain stop threshold, I get incentives for that day. So really, it's just depends on like what day you have, how many stops you have. Along with that, it's varied work lengths. Obviously you have when you basically leave the warehouse, but then when you come back, like, it really depends. Like, you're paid by the day, so you want to get done as fast as possible. But there are going to be days where you have pickups and whatnot, which kind of can hinder you, that you don't have a lot of you don't meet that threshold, and then you only get your day rate, and then you work XYZ amount of hours. The loaders really are hit or miss. There are really good loaders out there, and then there are some loaders that are not very good, and that can really mess up your truck in the back where you can't find stuff. So that really just, it's hit or miss. And the routes, again, really just depend like what kind of route you have. You might have a really rural route. You might have a like a more of a town, like a city route. You might have more of like residential, like developments. It just really depends on what you have. And sometimes you have like a really heavy business route. And then like truck conditions can vary. Like some are slower, some are faster, some the turning radius is not as good as others. Sometimes the back door is harder to open than others. So like, this is just from my experience only. Like I said, I worked there for 7.5 months. So this is just my own experience of the pros, the cons, and then the mixture of it. You can take it how you please.